There we go. Okay. Welcome to Hatha Yoga morning practice. Awaken the energy body. Help get out the stiffness from the night and the rest, our stillness and sleep or rest time. Just pause a moment in any way that helps you be quiet and begin to look inside. We can generate peace in ourselves by connecting with our bodies, connecting with the earth energy, feeling grounded where we are. The discovery of our own breathing, always there for us. Soften everything you can, including your brain. And coming together with sound and vibration, with a humming exhale or an om that represents the sound of the universe. Inhaling deeply, sitting up a little tall. This inner stilling. Touch the breath with your awareness. And release one more breath. Gently drawing your navel in towards your spine. So we learn to support the back of the body with an engaged front body. Again, inhale. Feel your ribcage expand in all directions. Exhale, feel the ribcage come in together so we contract. And in that contracted energy of exhale, bring your navel in and up. Just keep that light toning in the low belly as you breathe evenly through your nose, creating some sound. Your own volume is fine. Just that light sound. Connect, let your ears find it. Enjoy the rhythm of your breathing. And trying to relax your face and your forehead, along with your brain. And then take your feet together and your knees apart for a yin style butterfly pose. So I'm going to reset my sitting bones, lift up and reset. Let it be easy. So with yin, we want just this bony shape of feet together, knees apart, adding a little bit of a forward hinge, just a light one. You may continue to go forward to your own comfort. And let's hold this for just a minute, waking up the energy lines at the back of the body, across the lower back. Sending some love back there to that strong, important place that we can hold tightness. Just let your hands rest wherever they feel easy and good. So we're not pulling ourselves into the pose in an active way. We're just holding the bony shape. And be patient with yourself in these first few minutes where we're transitioning. We might wander, we might wiggle. We don't expect our brains to stop thinking, but we can find some space there. Power of stillness. And just take one more breath. Swallow to release your throat. And breathe in, come slowly up and give yourself a spontaneous release of that shape, whatever position feels good for you to go to release your body from the feet together, knees apart. And then fold it back in. Take your arms up into the air and bring your shoulders down. So we can do both. We can have arms up and shoulders down. Reach up, breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze your fists, bring down your hands. Bring down your elbows into your sides. Again, up, reach, inhale, exhale, close your hands, pull down. One more time, reach, exhale, pull. And release down your arms. Coming to your right side with a side bend. Let your top hand face the floor as you side bend over. Hold for several breaths, finding your own degree in each shape. It's your practice. And so we have creating steadiness in body and breath. Now in the mind by using still eyes. Sometimes we might close them or just find a steady spot. One more exhale. And then pull that left elbow down into the side, letting your palm face forward and release up. Elbow down, palm forward and release up. One more time. Pull down, squeeze into the side and release to side. And one more time. Find your good spot. Inhale up to center, both sets of fingers on the floor, sitting tall, breathing in. Exhale, come over to the other side for holding side bend, top palm down, shoulder off the ear. Find a steady spot for your eyes. Just follow your nose most of the time, off the nose. So here we can just create that awareness into our side, our low back. One more breath out. And then inhale. Exhale, draw that top elbow down into your side, palm forward and up, palm faces down. Second one, draw it down, palm forward, release. Last one, pull down into your ribs, palm forward, release to side bend, and inhale up and out, sitting tall. Take your legs out in front of you to release their bent shape and cross your right ankle over your left. Let your toes say hello to each other, hook them together. And let's see, we're gonna go over to this side, the right side, leaning over. No, we're gonna go over to the left. Sorry about that. I truly have just dropped into my home. Hooking the toes gently, just doing a little sideline. Awakening, lifting out of your shoulders. Take one more breath in this shape, creating any softness you can. And let it go. Cross your legs the other way. Let your toes hook into each other to say hello, toes. And now over to the right side. Lift out of your shoulders, rolling towards that side of the body with your hips on the floor. Drishti is the gazing, the focus down off the nose tip. And 5. Release back to center and transition to standing. We need to find our way to our feet. We come to your hands, come to your feet, work your way up to standing. You can do that in your own way and find the top third of your mat. Pick up your right foot, place it back down. Same with the left. Look down, some loving awareness. So we need to really learn to anchor and root into our open feet. Let them spread open and relax. Hands on your legs, feel your legs for a moment. We're going to awaken the muscles of the legs. Keep a little softness around your knee joints. And then awareness to your pelvis, not tipping forward or back, but a nice neutral center. Holding your center, just feel empowered when you hold onto the center of your body, a sense of readiness. And then reach your arms up towards the sky, breathing in, breathing out, bring down your shoulders. Again, inhale, gaze up, reach up. Slow exhale to forward fold. Take your time, let your knees bend, bring down your head. Halfway lift, bring up your hands a bit onto your shins and extend your spine. Exhale to the forward fold. Let your knees stay soft. Slow inhalation, drawing up to the extension of the spine. Slow exhale into the forward fold. One more time, half lift pose. Ardha Uttanasana. And Uttanasana, half fold all the way in. Bend your knees enough to spread your hands out upon the earth. A nice little uplift in the low belly. Take your right leg back and then your left. It's okay if you need to do it a different way. And wiggle yourself nice and flat into your plank pose. Try to have a nice straight line in your body, feeling free to put your knees on the floor. Push the earth. Don't overly grip with your thumbs, so we want to learn to not strain the thumb joints. A little soft in your elbows, just check in with them. A little soft and strong. Exhale. Bring your knees underneath your hips, around the tops of your feet. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders or a little ahead to lessen the angle on the wrist is fine. Navel up towards the spine. Look back towards your left foot for a side cat. And then look back towards your right foot. Slowly go both ways a few more times. All the way into one side. All the way into the other. Looking at our side flexion one more time each way. And then center with a round, round spine, a tail tuck, head tuck, round, round, round. And then gently extend, keep the tummy toned, the low back rather flat, bring your heart forward. Tuck head and tail round, inhale. Exhale there. Inhale to cow spine, gentle extension. And exhale there. Tuck underneath your toes. Mindful, careful. Come back with your weight towards your heels. Stop anywhere you need to stop. And let your arms come out nice and long. Bring your head down. Elbows are lifted. Hollowness in the armpits. And sometimes once you're here, you can lift up and reset your toes a little bit. So we don't want to torture our toes. We want to gently wake up the feet. Notice where your breath goes here. You may find it into that broad, strong upper back. Take one more breath into that space. The roots of your arms. And then bring down your elbows. And walk your knees back until you come to a forearm plank position with the knees down. Having a sense of empowerment here as you spread your hands, ground your forearm bones. A sense of pulling the knees and elbows towards each other for just one more breath. And then carefully release your belly down to relieve that work. And reach back through your legs, lift them up, and bring them back down to the earth. Hug your hands down into the sides of your chest. Hug your elbows in too, and find your long, straight spine. Feel the top of your head, feel your toes, lengthening and reaching. And with inhale, lift your chest up slightly. Close your eyes for a moment as you hold cobra, little cobra, and try to engage your pelvic floor gently in and up. Just a little toning in the moolah. We're going to use our subtle core for complete well-being. And release, relax. Spread your legs a little wide. Turn your head to the right. Just gently stretch your neck by resting on your belly with your head turned. Let everything go soft. Power of groundedness. Over to the other side, turn your head. Just rest in your belly. Feel your body touch the earth. Keep the breath in a steady rhythm. 3. Do about 5 breath holds in each pose. And exhale one more time. Legs come out together, head comes back to center. Reach through your pointed toes and again hug your elbows into your sides. Bring in your hands. Press forward and down into your mat. So you don't move your hands, but there's that forward pressing to help you fill up your belly. Work your way to downward dog. Hands are important. Set them first. Lift up your knees, walk in your feet, and bring down your head. Make sure to not strain your thumbs. So once you get up here, you might just reset the thumbs. Have a freedom here to pedal it out, to circle your pelvis, whatever feels good in your body. Take a few rounds of breath, saying hello to downward dog. Maybe thinking about a favorite canine or feline friend and the way they take care of their spines. Coming to stillness now in the shade. Take 2 more breaths. Broad-shouldered, with the neck free, and using the uplift in the low belly. 1 more breath out. Let's keep the legs straightish and walk forward to your hands as much as you can, finding that pike in the low belly, and then release. Walk your hands back and fold forward. Feel the exhale end. Inhales your stand up. So there's a lot that happens. Just marveling at all these miracles that allow your body to do what it does. And when you come to your next exhale, it is floating the arms down into the sides of your body into mountain pose, pausing for a moment. Strong legs, open feet. Balance in the shoulders and the pelvis. And inhale up the center line. Let your hands meet at your heart. Reach up, gaze up. Long spine. Keep length as you forward fold. You can let your arms come apart at some point and come to you wherever they reach as you fold in. Really tuck your chin on this position to stretch your neck. And then inhale, lengthen your head to come to that extension. Exhale, bring down your hands. Take your left leg back first and then your right. And let's come to side plank. Right knee down. Bring your left foot behind and open out to side plank pose. What can you soften? 1 more breath. With the exhale, unwinding energy. Find center. And then take the second side, a moment to set up your foot behind your other foot. Press the earth away. So our things that steady us are our breath and our eyes. Grounding. Pressing into the earth. And then the subtle core, navel towards the spine, pelvic floor. 1 more breath. Sometimes we need to get all the way into that subtle core to not fall over. And release to center. Tabletop. Inhale, cow spine. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Non-judging. Meeting yourself compassionately where you are. We practice our compassion. Hardest on ourselves sometimes. But without compassion for ourselves, it's hard to really create it for others. 1 more breath out. Lengthen the spine on that exhale. Reach your tail up and away. Inhale, shift forward into the hands. Step forward 1 at a time. And breathe out, fold in. process of standing using that inhale, just try to follow your breathing. Release any gripping as you reach up and then flow down your arms into the sides of your body. Utkatasana, fierce pose, feet hip distance apart. Hips go back like you're reaching and going back into a low chair. And let's do the arms parallel to the floor today. Draw the shoulders back into your body. Lift your toes and pulse up and down a few times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release down your toes, go low. Nice open feet. Inhale, press the legs straight and release. To come to forward fold, we want to guide the pelvis into a forward tilt. Let your knees bend and come forward. Then you can straighten out your legs. Let's come down and catch opposite elbow. And then switch to your less common way. The weird way that feels like you don't know how to do it. Other way, like holding the elbows. Take 5 breaths. It's calming to the nervous system, but may not be calming to all the parts of your body. So make sure that your legs bend enough so you're not shaking. If you shake a little bit, that's okay. That's a strengthening thing. Just one more breath, long sides of the body. And then release your hands to your pelvis. Use your legs by pressing your feet, bending your knees. Stand with your legs. And release. Open to right side. Wide parallel feet. And then turn out your right toes. And angle in your left a little bit. Triangle pose. Stretch the arms wide, breathing in. Slowly over and down. Keeping the hips to the side as you reach up and down. It's fine to make a little refinements here in the feet. Lengthen through your head and neck and reach through both arms. As if everything is radiating from your belly center. 2. We want a combination of steadiness and softness. With your next exhale, make sure you bring your navel towards your spine. And then that center strength helps you come up and change the legs to the other side. You can stretch that one inhale as you find your feet. Exhale over and down slowly. Build strength to go with slowness. Land your hand where it lands. Reach up towards the sky. Lengthen it through your head and neck. Breathe 5 times. I'm just keeping a forward gaze today off my nose, but you could take your eyes up if you like. Try not to force or strain anything. These are challenging. Even after years of practice, they challenge the body. One more time, breathe and bring your navel to your spine. Use inhale, feel your legs firm as you rise up and turn to wide parallel feet again. And relax down your arms, breathing out. So with the wide feet, you can have your heels out a little more than your toes if you like. Long spine, breathe in. Breathe out, tip the pelvis, bend the knees, hinge forward. Keep refining in your feet to find your wide standing forward fold. And take both arms over towards the left leg first. Just wrap it up, bring down your head. Trying to find rest inside of the poses. One more exhale. Carefully come up to center and over to the other leg, wrapping over towards the right leg. Let your head release down. One more exhalation. Coming back to center and coming up from there. Press up, rise, breathing in. Try to spread your shoulders across the front so we're no roundness there, and release. Let's turn the left foot towards the front of the mat to come to Warrior B position. So Warrior B is the hips to the side. You guide the front knee out towards the toes, right over your ankle, or less is okay too. Here comes the rain. Finding that stance and then floating out and adding the arms at the turn of the head towards the front fingertips. So this gaze is a horizon gaze. Just use your fingertips and have an infinity gaze there. Mindful of shoulders down. One more deep breath. Maybe slightly deepen, get your feet a little bit wider, go a little lower into your hips. Exhale. Reverse, keep it the same. Bring down your hands and take your front arm up and back. Your back arm just stays on your leg. And then turn and look at your back foot. Hold steady. Four. One more exhale. Inhale, release the actions. Change to Warrior B, second side. So that turn out. Breathe in, hips facing side. Find your lowness. Add your arm reach. And then add the head turn. Find that infinity gazing off the fingertips. We're aware of that keeping the knees centered. It's okay if your knee is behind your ankle, but just not the head of it. 3, 2 more breaths. A nice spread across the chest. Exhale, reverse, warrior, backhand to the leg. And arm up in just an easy, comfortable way. And add that look at your back foot. Big breath out. Follow your own inhalation, releasing out, and step back to the top of your mat. There's a process here of working our feet close enough so we can walk and step out. Feel your energy for a moment. Feel an awakened energy from the standing practice. So you're going with that right now. The heels want to float up off the floor. Exhale, grounding energy. Warrior A. Hips to the front as you take your right leg into a big step back. Have a moment with this where to find that lunge shape. Take care of your knee. The touch can be very powerful. So it's just like I lead by adding that touch. Touch with your brain or your hand to center. Touch your pelvis to square and ground. Reach out your arms and weave them together behind your back today. So weave your fingers and stretch your chest, gaze down. Virabhadrasana. One more exhale. Notice which way you have your hands woven. And release. Step forward, step back. Have a moment to come into that lunge. Center your knee. Square your pelvis. Front pelvis. And let's try to do the interlace and thumb cross the other way. Behind your back. Just stretching the hands down towards the back foot. Nice open heart, downward eyes. Or your last breath of your pose, find a nice place for it. Exhale. Release your hands and arms. Lean forward, press in your back foot, step out. Let it be. Perhaps step to the wall for safety. Tree pose, nice and friendly, familiar. Sometimes surprises us with its challenge. So establish a spot for your eyes down on the floor. And then shift your weight into your right leg, staying lifted out of the hip. So we're not collapsing over, we are standing up tall. And then you can work with your branching, toes on the floor, around the knee, or up on the thigh. So I need a little assist to get the leg up the thigh. You can use your hand for that. In fact, you could hold on if that helps. So use your other hand where you need it. If you want to, take it behind and wrap around the back of your waist to catch your other arm. Keep trying. If you come out, come back in the entire time. So this entire time, this tree pose, whether you're flowing in and out or holding still. Concentration and determination. So even if you have a wiggly day, you have done what you can do. Just one more breath. Let it go. Come out slowly if you can with your leg release. Land into both feet for a moment. Let this practice bring you into a lovely state of concentration where you are really present with what needs to happen here as you explore taking one of your feet off the floor. And it's fine if your toes stay down, that's perfectly fine. We're working on that nice hip out to the side. If you want to try that shape on the other side, that holding on and reaching the other arm behind the waist. See if there's any gripping you can let go of. Third breath. Last breath. All is this moment. Release with a little slowness if possible. And then we go deep. Step to the top of your mat if you step to the wall. Let's do an interlace press up. And this is nice. Any time of the day where you need a little energy refresher, weave your fingers, press up, breathe in, and breathe out. Release your arms down to your sides. Do it again. Weave your fingers the other way. Inhale, press it up. Lift your whole rib cage, not just the front. And exhale, bring down your arms. Release away from the energy. One more breath up the center line. And down to forward fold. Go slowly. Inhale as if you were coming halfway up. And exhale, take back your legs. Knees down, release your toes, upward facing dog, stretch your belly. Press the arms strong and straight, roll the shoulders back so you can lift your knees or not. A little tail tuck energy protects the low back. And downward gaze, one more breath. It's nice to transition to table, so knees down, table, downward dog or puppy, yogi's choice. One more exhalation. And come down to your knees, feeling free to put a blanket if your knees are sensitive, or just to add a little thickness of your mat under your knees. Rise up and find balance, grounding your feet behind you, holding your center with your hands. And if this irritates your thumbs at all, just try to do it in a gentle way. You can even keep your thumbs with your fingers. Take out your right leg to the side for Parigasana. Iron latch of the gate pose. Side bending up and over towards the straight leg to any degree. Grounding both feet. Exhale. Inhale up and out. And let's just play a little bit with lifting that straight leg. So bring your hands down to the earth and you can turn out your left knee a little bit. Just like half moon pose. There it is. Squeeze your glutes, lift that leg, point the toes. So you can really focus on that straight lifted leg. One more time. Very nice. And come on down to release for the second side, starting on your knees. And the tops of your feet, find your balance. Parigasana. Bring your left leg out, toes forward, grounding. One hand on the leg, the other up and over. Just side to bend, straight over towards that straight leg. Not going forward with the body or back, just side. Just the right amount in each pose. You feel a nice lengthening. Try to ground both feet. One more exhale. Breathe in to come up. And breathe out. Relax. A little hands down to add a little turn out of your knee and hip, maybe a big spot on the mat. And lift your back leg straight. 5 breaths. Squeezing glutes, pointing toes. Legs are heavy and strong. One more time. Big breath. And release down. Back to the kneeling shape. Crossing your right ankle over your left. So cross your ankles behind you. Take your right elbow underneath your left. And do the shoulder hug for a moment. Tuck your chin. Feel your breath. Lift your chin. Wrap your arms, fingers towards the sky. So it's like we're trying to pull open our hearts. In spite of feeling like we're closing in around the heart, let's just have a sense of opening around the heart as you gently lift your elbows, your chin. Exhale. Release your elbows down. Open up your arms, uncross your legs. And then cross your ankles the other way. Shoulder hug with the other elbow under. Chin tucked deeply. Relax your eyes. At this point in the practice, the breath might be a nice kind of automatic flow. And just guide yourself back when your mind wanders. Stay or open into the Garudasana arms, eagle. Stay grounded in the tops of your feet. And just take one more breath. Exhale, bringing the elbows down, release the arms open, uncross your ankles. And release. Coming through to sit down with an optional flow through. So up, down, down dog if you like, or just come through and sit down. Feel free to elevate your pelvis. Take your legs out in front. Jadasana, bring in your right knee and then open from your hip to the side. Sit up tall, reach your arms, face your straight leg. Breathe in. Breathe out, slowly forward fold. So you take your time. If your front knee needs to bend, that's fine. And come with your hands to catch and hold on. And that gives you a place to work with either your leg, your foot, or the floor to help draw your head out and down. What can you relax here? There's a little draw back in the low belly. Stay for 8 breaths. 8. Exhale. Inhale energy, follow it as you rise up and lean back, lift that leg. Doing a one leg boat pose. And leaning back, lift your heart. So reaching. So if you need a little support, you can use your hands. Press your other foot into the earth. One more breath. And bring it on to release. And we'll take the second side. Head to knee pose. Here that you take the time you need to fold your knee, to face the straight leg, to come out and down. So protect anything you need to protect. Make little refinements and hold for 8 breaths. Calm. Breathing steadily. Five, 3 more, plenty of time. Plenty of space. Last breath, taking your time with it. Following an inhalation to release yourself upright. Lean back a little to lift the front leg. Sit tall, lifting heart, reaching arms, holding on if you need it. It's amazing how much that bottom leg helps. So really grounding on the bottom leg really helps you find that upward energy to reach. Just 2 more breaths. Feel the muscles of your legs working. And exhale, bring it on down. And take both legs forward, give them a little shimmy. Shake it out. And stillness. Lying down slowly. So resisting lying down is a great way to build your core strength, and we just work this into all of our practices. So we want to reach forward with our head and our hands, our toes, and then go back. So do it slowly. Just try to resist, and you'll round your spine so that your head and neck don't touch the floor until last. So eventually gravity will bring you down, but your head is the last thing to come to the floor. Find your center, find your bridge. So I'm going to move that ponytail off the center back of the skull if you have it there, so you have that head down in the right place. And let's just come to the bridge shape on our backs for a moment. If you have a block and you want to pop it underneath your pelvis, you could. Staying in a restorative bridge shape. Let your hands turn upward, rounding the backs of your hands and arms. See if you can rest your shoulders down to the earth, but give a little touch with your fingers to ground your shoulders down. Take your hands behind your skull, lift up your head and bring your elbows together. Throw your chin towards your chest. So a little bit of core strength here to lift your head and stretching the neck deeply. And exhale, slowly bring your head back down. Open your elbows wide. Relax your feet, relax your hands. Touching points on the earth, lots of them. Where do you go first? What do you notice first? Your feet, your pelvis, your skull? All good. Just have a moment to notice everywhere you touch the earth. Notice as well where you don't touch the earth. Notice the space that your neck occupies. The space of the low back, a little lifted. And then bring your low back into the earth for a moment. Actively ground it. So nice way to activate the mula energy. So a little tone in the pelvic floor is to just press your low back into the floor. I'm just going to let my arms find comfort as I focus on the pelvis and low back. And relax. Let your pelvis come back down. Your low back springs away into its natural shape. And now if you want to slide a pillow under your head, that's fine. The low back and the hips are connected to each other. So one source of tightness can be coming from the hips. So let's take figure 4 by bringing in your right knee first. Hug it in towards your chest. Slowly circle your ankle. Don't throw it around. Just draw circles both ways. Moving through that range of motion. Exhale, stillness. And then guiding that right leg into that figure 4 shape. Brighten your foot so your muscles are active. Just bring your ankle to rest upon your other knee. You can go further away if that's really intense on your hip joint. You may also come into any degree. So find where this feels good in your body and relax for 5 breaths. Very slow breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your eyes to help keep your brain quiet. You can do kind of half closed, soft eyes, or all the way closed, relaxed. It can be nice just to let a little bit of light in. Third breath. One more breath out. And a very careful release of that top leg. Support it as it comes out. And come to the other side, bringing the knee to the chest first. Make sure your neck is nice and long. So that central channel of the body is aligned. Just enjoy your breathing. And then guide your leg by activating your foot. So you bring it straight up and down. Just ends up brightening it. Bring it, the knee out to the side and rest your ankle on your other leg. Feeling free to go further away or closer in to find your sweet spot. Where is the work good today? So you might have some radically different sides of the body as I do. So I'm going to meet this side where it is as I did on the other. Very slow breathing. So you got to be in a place where you feel good. Otherwise, you're going to need to breathe really fast and get out of there. So work in the sweet spot. Consciously lengthening your neck. And one more deep breath. Slowly inhale. We have this great capacity for breathing that we don't always use. Slowly exhale, put on the brakes. Slowly with that release. And then carefully release these actions from your body. Bringing both feet to the earth again. And the arms down, palms down. Let your knees go to the right side. Over to the left side. Go slowly. One side to the other, just going to the outside and inside edge of each foot as you go over to the right again. So what we're doing here is rotating hips One inside, one outside. Center and back to the right for a hold. Optional here is to pick up your bottom foot and place it on your top leg. Be careful if that's too much on your hip or your knee. It's optional. You can just leave your foot on the floor. If it feels interesting, place that top foot there somewhere. You're very much trying to concentrate on our bodies and our breathing. And that frees our brain from everything else there is. And it protects our bodies. And exactly what we're doing. One more time. Just be patient and curious with each pose. And a careful release to center. And over to the other side to stay and hold just like that, or add taking the bottom foot, resting it on the top leg. So for any reason, so this puts a lot of pressure on that top hip joint and internal rotation. So I'm gonna take it off for myself. Leave it on if it feels good to your body. Let your head turn away. Moving into our relaxing phase. Go ahead and start your Shavasana. 4 and 5. Use that top foot off the top leg if you did that, and come back to center. Just feeling a little softness in the hips. And let's add a nice resting twist before we rest. So what is your favorite? Would you like one knee across or stacking? Yogi's choice, resting twist. So we bring the knee or knees one way and turn to look the other. Make it as deep as it feels good in your body. Let everything else go soft. Release and exhale. Take one more breath, slowly, slowly. When that exhale is complete, change to your Yogi's choice favorite twist, second side, making any refinements in your body. Find what your body wants on the other side. Find where in your body the twist focus feels good today. Relax everything you can. Just let your head turn. We invite some belly breathing, so you begin to release your bandhas. You're toning in your subtle core. Let the belly breathe. Belly breathing is good for lymphatic flow. We encourage that healthy immune system with our practice. And coming back to center slowly. Bring your feet off the floor. Straighten your legs up towards the sky. Just hang out with some upside down leg time. Just have a little exploration, a little play. Whatever feels good in your body, just let the legs flow the other way. If you love plow pose or shoulder stand, you can lift up your hips. Three more slow breaths. Maybe be still if you've been moving around. Bring hips down to the earth if they're not already there. Carefully bring legs down and stretch out. Feeling free to Slide a blanket underneath your knees, pillow. If you are not content lying on your back with your legs straight, give yourself that support. And just like triangle pose, Shavasana, you know this one. Okay. So we still pay attention. We give ourselves a little time to align it and find the shape. And then deep breath in, whole body. Open your mouth, exhale it out. Let go of all effort. Twice more with the deep breaths. The exhale, release. Open mouth, exhale. Let your jaw release. Last one. If anything needs to change, take care of it. Otherwise, be still. The forehead a little bit higher than the chin if possible, and then just be a lengthening of the neck. Let your fingers curl into each other, into the center. Just that natural, relaxed hands. Natural, relaxed whole body. Swasti prajabhyaha paripalayantam nyayena margena mayim mahishaha gobrahmanebhyaha shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, shanti, shanti. May all beings everywhere find freedom and peace. Sending out some love. Sending out some compassion. Allow yourself a process of releasing back to your beginning place. Moving slowly from your Shavasana. Releasing that pose with some inhales to invigorate and reawaken. Exhales to be still again. In your own way, come to one side or up to center. Two. Let your hands rest evenly into each other. Pausing for a moment to check in with yourself. To thank yourself for showing up and practicing. And that Sukhino chant is is to send out to the world to share any benefits we generate, any peace, compassion. And then to finish with a little gratitude for yourself. Gratitude for anything and everything. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Great to be back with you all. I welcome your requests and questions. I'll go so fast.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste, Joe. Recent reading has me understanding. Namaste.